Good morning. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me over the river. I'll give you a little view where I'm at this morning. I am down by the Chattahoochee River. One of my favorite spots. I'm so grateful that it's springtime now and the weather is a lot warmer and a lot less rainier, hopefully. This morning I went out to Creative Cafe time. So that is my time once or twice a week where I go out to a cafe and read something inspirational. Of course, my battery's low. I read something inspirational, write in my journal, start working on some plans. And there's something about being out, being out of my office. And I always say that inspiration happens outside the office and implementation happens inside the office. So that is what happened this morning. I got so inspired. I've been thinking about, I have a program coming up called Fun and Fabulous Follow-Up. It's a 30-day challenge. And I was thinking about it this morning, and it's so much more than, yes, it's a business program. Yes, you're going to learn systems and have accountability and all sorts of good things that I'll talk about. But there's something much deeper and bigger behind it. And it's about love. It really is about love in action. Or another way of talking about it is showing up with loving kindness in your business with everything that you do. It feels a little vulnerable for me to share that. It's like on one hand, yes, obviously we want to bring that in our business. And I know you all who are watching are heart-centered entrepreneurs, and that's behind it. And yet, what if you really committed to showing up with loving kindness? Loving kindness is something I learned about a couple decades ago, probably early on in my kind of personal growth journey when I was really getting into it, from Sharon Salzberg. She has lots of loving kindness prayers and meditations. But the idea is that you show compassion and love, kindness to yourself, to others who are around you, and ultimately to the world. And you can do that in a meditation where you just feel yourself giving yourself love, and then you send it to others, or someone in particular, and then you send it out to the world. And that has always been a really profound experience for me. It brings me a sense of peace. It reminds me that we are all connected. So whether I am talking with you right this minute, I'm having an impact, or whether I'm talking to my 21-year-old son who's at college, I know that I can send him loving kindness and he receives it. And, I was mentioning the Fun and Fabulous Follow-Up program, and it's a 30-day challenge, and it's an opportunity to show up in loving kindness. To show up in, yes, you're sending emails, inviting people to connect, inviting people to conversations. You might be following up with phone calls. Some of them might be potential clients. Some of them might just be people that you've met in your past, or that maybe you met at a networking event, or one of your many friends on Facebook. What if you reached out to loving kindness to all your friends on Facebook individually? Wouldn't that be powerful? That is really like my secret, what do you want to call it? My secret intention behind Fun and Fabulous Follow-Up is that sorry, I got distracted by a squirrel. Literally, I got distracted by a squirrel that was here at the park. Yes, but behind Fun and Fabulous it's really being willing to go first, which is really vulnerable. Stepping into being a leader, knowing that you have something to offer, and then reaching out to 3 people a day, every day, and sharing and coming from a place of loving kindness. Yes, you may be inviting somebody to be a client, but what I've learned in the whole marketing business world is that there's so much pressure to reach out to people and have X number of sales conversations every single month that it's become an extreme, and that we feel like, thanks Jeff, yes, squirrel with loving kindness. I'm loving the squirrel with loving kindness, and the squirrel in me, right? sees the squirrel in you. I think we could all relate to that as an entrepreneur. Anyways, I am getting distracted. The idea is to reach out to 3 people a day, every day, coming from a place of loving kindness, from having compassion for their journey, their business, where they are in the world, and seeing how you can be of service. Maybe you're just sending out a note to brighten their day, a happy Friday, or hey, I hope you have a great week starting on Monday, and it's Monday, I hope you have a great week. Maybe you're sending out Easter greetings, wishes. Maybe you're reaching out and just saying, hey, I don't know what we have in common, but because I'm doing this loving kindness practice, I know that we are connected in some way, and that there's something brilliant in you that I want to discover. And so you get really curious and invite people to connection calls. And so that's the basis behind the program. You can find out more about Fun and Fabulous Follow-Up at joyfulbusiness.com/fun follow-up. We start on April 30th, and it's 30 days where everyone, all of us, we're reaching out to 3 people a day. And what you'll discover in this program, part of what makes it so fun, is that there's no rules. So you can reach out and say, hi, Mom, and that counts as one of your Fun and Fabulous follow-ups. I give you tons of ideas for who to follow up with and how to follow up and how to make it creative, how to make it authentic and genuine, how to reach out when you don't really know the person. I share with you 5 different types of calls that you would have. One of them is a sales call. There's 4 other types of phone calls you might have that you might invite people to. And imagine doing that, all of this, just like, it's almost like you're taking a bath in loving kindness and immersing yourself and sharing it with everyone around you. And if you haven't heard of loving kindness, I was looking it up this morning to kind of see what the definitions are. And the definitions are everything from gentleness, just gentleness, like reaching out to people with gentleness and kindness. Does that not just throw the typical online marketing formulas out the window? You can still have a system, but you can be gentle with the system. You can be gentle with yourself. Loving kindness also means compassion and sharing with tenderness and affection. It takes a certain amount of vulnerability to market from loving kindness. I've kind of had that, it's sort of in me, that I'm a kind person, and except when I'm not, as my kids might attest sometimes. But yet there's a vulnerability, when you really reach out to someone from a place of, I see you, I'm curious about you, I want to know more about you, let's have a conversation. And I'm willing to suspend that it has to go somewhere. I'm willing to just be curious and see where this connection might go to. Maybe you'll become great referral partners. Maybe you'll have a conversation and they'll realize, oh my God, I need what you have. I've had that happen before, where I was connecting with a colleague and just simply updating each other on what we're doing, and they were like, oh my God, I need what you have, and vice versa. Maybe I'll just have to share, we are also, not only do we have squirrels, but we have, if you can see the geese, hi, if you got a chance to see the geese, who I think I brought breakfast this morning, but I didn't, but he's getting closer and closer, so if I get up and run, that's because he's getting really curious. But I'm going to send some loving kindness to the big giant goose. So it takes a certain amount of vulnerability, right, to come from this place of loving kindness. And we can really, the loving kindness really starts with yourself. And, using Fun and Fabulous Follow-Up, right, reaching out to people, that idea, you have to love yourself enough to say, I have something valuable to offer. And I know that it's so valuable, and that my showing up in the world makes a difference, and that my showing up in that person's life makes a difference. And so I'm going to reach out, even if I don't know where it's going to go exactly. And that's vulnerability, and that's loving kindness, and that's showing up with loving kindness for yourself, first of all, and then sharing it with others, and ultimately everything that you're doing is with the world. I just want to say hi to some people. I'm so glad that you guys have joined this morning. We were down here at the Chattahoochee River and having a little talk about bringing loving kindness into your business. I could do a whole workshop on loving kindness with yourself. I think that's what mindset is really all about. Managing that mindset, really allowing yourself to fall in love with yourself. You know, what's amazing